Brought to you by wikivd.com. Sally Quinn. Sally Sterling Quinn is an American author and journalist who writes about religion for a blog at The Washington Post. Early life. Sally Quinn was born in Savannah, Georgia to Lieutenant General William Wilson "Buffalo Bill" Quinn and his wife Sarah Bette Williams. Both are buried at Arlington National Cemetery. Quinn has two siblings, Donna of Oakland, California and William Jr. of Phoenix, Arizona. Her father was an infantry officer who also served as an intelligence officer and played a key role in the transition of the United States Intelligence Service from the Office of Strategic Services to the Central Intelligence Agency. As a colonel in World War II, he helped coordinate the invasion of southern France in 1944 and captured Hermann Göring, though he was not present. His regiment liberated Dachau concentration camp. He arrived the next day when he heard the news. From 1964 to 1966 he commanded the 7th Army in Germany. Quinn wrote about his career in an autobiography, Buffalo Bill Remembers. For many years, the Quinns lived on Connecticut Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C., where Bette Quinn was known for her cooking and entertaining. Sally Quinn reports in C.C. Goldwater's HBO film Mr. Conservative that Senator Barry Goldwater spent much time with the Quinns, often staying at their home since his wife decided to remain in Arizona rather than D.C. while Congress was in session. Quinn describes her and her mother's pleasure at what would now be described as sexual harassment by Strom Thurmond in the 1950s. Quinn attended and graduated from Smith College in 1963. Newspaper journalism. A Savannah, Georgia native and Smith College graduate, Quinn began at The Washington Post with very little experience, reportedly called by Ben Bradlee after a report of her pajama party in celebration of the election to Congress of Barry Goldwater Jr. The job interview included the following exchange. "Can you show me something you've written?" asked managing editor Benjamin Bradlee. "I've never written anything," admitted Quinn. Pause. "Well," said Bradlee, "nobody's perfect." A profile in Vanity Fair attributes the "nobody's perfect" line to editorial page editor Philip L. Guylan. However, she soon demonstrated as a reporter for the paper's style section a talent for drawing out the subjects of her interviews and profiles. Henry Kissinger said, "The Post reporter, Maxine Cheshire, makes you want to commit murder. Sally Quinn makes you want to commit suicide." A notable incident of her career was her claim that Zbigniew Brzezinski, then the national security advisor, jokingly opened his fly in front of a reporter, a claim the Post retracted the following day. Quinn was critical of President Bill Clinton during the impeachment trial, stating that he had fouled the nest. Quinn had a long-standing animus for the Clintons, possibly due to a perceived snub by First Lady Hillary Clinton, who declined a party invitation from Quinn. Regarding Whitewater independent counsel Ken Starr, she wrote, "Similarly, independent counsel Ken Starr is not seen by many Washington insiders as an out-of-control prudish crusader. Starr is a Washington insider, too. He has lived and worked here for years. He had a reputation as a fair and honest judge. He has many friends in both parties. Their wives are friendly with one another, and their children go to the same schools." Harry Yaffa wrote in Salon that Quinn's condemnation of Bill Clinton's adultery rang hollow, coming from someone who broke up the marriage of her boss Ben Bradlee before going on to marry Bradlee herself. On February 19, 2010, The Washington Post published, "Sally Quinn's The Party, No Dueling, Bradlee Weddings, Just Scheduling Mistake in Print and Online." This was Quinn's last column for the printed newspaper. The column alluded to Bradley family dysfunction her son's wedding, which she scheduled on the same day as the wedding of her husband's granddaughter. The column was considered inappropriate and reader backlash was immediate, criticizing Quinn for airing Family Laundry and Washington Post editors for printing it. By February 24, the Post cancelled her column, which had been appearing in the religion section of the print edition. Quinn continued to write for the Post's On Faith blog at least through 2015. She remains listed as a contributor. Television journalism. In August 1973, Quinn tried her hand at television, joining CBS News reporter Hughes Rudd as co-anchor of the CBS Morning News. The show's anchoring team was its first disaster since debuting in 1963. Quinn was given no training, a huge build-up, and 90 minutes before her television debut on August 6, 1973, Quinn, who had never reported for television before, collapsed while trying to fight the flu. Quinn's ad-libs during the show's first week tended toward the inappropriate. In one episode, following a report on the children of California migrant farm workers, she quipped that child labor was how I felt when my mother and father made me clean up my room. Quinn left the CBS Morning News after the February 1, 1974 telecast. She chronicled her short, disastrous television career in the best-selling book We're Going to Make You a Star. Personal life. Quinn was the third wife of Benjamin C. Bradley, her former boss at The Washington Post, until his death in 2014. They married on October 20, 1978. In 1979, Quinn and Bradley purchased Grey Gardens in East Hampton, New York from Edith Bouvier Beale, known as Little Edie. Edie sold the home to them for $220,000 under the terms they were not to tear down the house. Little Edie told them all it needs is a coat of paint. The couple then spent several years remodeling the home and fully restored it to its former glory. In 2017, Quinn put Grey Gardens on the market. Quinn and Bradley have one child. Their son was born when Quinn was 41 and Bradley was 61. In 2009, they appeared with Quinn Bradley on The Charlie Rose Show on PBS and spoke of Quinn being born with velocardiofacial syndrome, also known as 22q11.2 deletion, and Sjogren's syndrome. Quinn wrote of her son's learning disabilities and attendance at special schools in a 2006 blog article, What My Son Taught Me About God. In 2017, she published a book entitled Finding Magic, in which she described herself as a Christian who also believes in the occult and the power of magic. She recalled her growing up in a family of Scottish origin who practiced voodoo. Specifically, she recalled her mother putting hexes on 2 people that later died. She further described performing hex magic herself on 3 people, 2 of which died shortly after. In addition to her newspaper and television journalism, Quinn served as social secretary for Cheriga Lal. She also had a cameo role in Born Yesterday, the 1993 remake of the 1950 romantic comedy. Quinn was the subject of 6 portraits made by American artist Andy Warhol and was known as a famous hostess in the 1970s and 1980s. Most recently commented on the play, The City of Conversation. Following the September 11 attacks, Quinn urged Washington, D.C. residents to stock inflatable kayaks for evacuation on local waterways. Brought to you by wikivd.com. Would you like to know more?